Okay, obviously a very difficult game for us. Credit Coach Drinkowitz in Missouri for beating us and playing better than us. We need to get to this off week and take a good look at ourselves and improve in a lot of areas. Starting with the discipline of this team. There's a lot of penalties and a lot of things that are happening. The football, there's a lot of areas that we can go through, and I'm sure you'll ask questions on, and that we need to address and work on to improve, and I anticipate we will. But the discipline and the lack of discipline is really something that's standing out and bothering me. We haven't been perfect over the years by any stretch, but we've had more discipline than we have right now, and that is something that's inexcusable. We have to take care of the football. We got to eliminate some penalties, and then obviously get to work and get better in certain areas. And as I told the team, that this is not fun. It's a tough loss. Especially when you got a team at home and we don't play our best, but we have an opportunity to bounce back. And I think the bye week comes at a good time. Our players need to get healed up. We're down a bunch of guys, but that's no excuse. We have plenty of players that can step in and play better than we did, and we'll use this week to coach better, develop the guys that we have, and try to get some guys healthy.
Well, Mark, after all week talking about responding to adversity, it felt like after the fake punt, things just fell apart really quickly. How concerning is that?
Yeah. I think it definitely doesn't feel very good. When you feel like you get out fast, have an opportunity to start really fast with defense starting with a 3-and-out. Driving it down the field, overcome a penalty on both of the touchdown drives, and start 14-0, and then the fake punt definitely. It's one of those plays that kind of feels like it punches you right in the gut, and we didn't respond very good after that.
Mark, you lost some good leaders off this team, guys who were veterans. This year, I know you talked about developing leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think at this point maybe some of that lack of discipline goes back to a lack of leadership on the team?
I don't want to point the fingers at the team and the lack of that. I have to own that, myself, and we will. Like I said, through the years, we've been far from perfect, but we've been unselfish and we've played for each other, and that's the message, and we will get that across. I think frustration is a big piece of some of this tonight. Guys are frustrated, and I think we all are frustrated, but we have to handle the situation better than that.
Offensively, do you feel like you're struggling to find the right balance with run or pass after those scripted draws?
Yeah, I do, and I think Liam will be the first one to tell you. When things don't go well, it's difficult. It's just like late when when Devin had somebody right in his face on a boot, and after a first down run, I think you saw when we have success in the run game, it sets everything else, up. And, you watch a lot of the games. I mean, with playing the night game, I had an opportunity to watch some others. And you see some other teams in this league making a lot of hay on first, second down. And when we got in predictable situations and we got behind, that they, even the pressures and all that, so there's going to be some protection things that we're going to look at and just head scratchers because, we worked on that, and didn't look good. So.
Mark, how concerning is the pass protection? Because, you guys even had maybe 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 at times, and he still had people in his face.
Yeah, I think it definitely showed up tonight. You know, that's, you know, things that we got to look at and make sure, you know, we're keeping people off balance too the right way, and, you know, credit them, you know, tonight for sure. And there's going to be plays, whether, and I'm not pointing fingers at Liam, you know, there's going to be plays on offense, defense, and special teams, and us as coaches, and we look at things and we're going to be like, you know, what if, you know what I mean? And you know, that's not good enough, and we got to get some things corrected, and we got to be better.
Mark, with all these unsportsmanlike, penalties
Mhm.
out of practice, is there anything that can be taught to them, or just is it on the players to just not respond?
Well, I did talk to the players about that. I'm like, listen, you know, it starts with me. I mean, I'm the head coach, and you know, we've got to get the discipline under control, and but those players got to help too. Yes, they got to hold each other accountable as well. It's their football team.
Is Jagger injured? Is that like?
Yes.
Long-term thing? Or?
I hope not. He wanted to try to play desperately, but he could not go.
Defensively, there were some stuff, you know, as bad as things were there for that stretch in the second quarter, it was still just a 6-point game in the third quarter. How do you keep the defense from, you know, maybe pointing fingers when the game was still, you know, within reach there for a while?
Well, you know, it's easy. I mean, just look a week ago, you know, and the defense didn't play very good, you know, and so we're in this together. There's frustration across the board, but there won't be finger pointing about one side or the other. We know that script can flip at any moment.
Or 2 more drops on what I think would have been third down conversions today. You just don't have any numbers in that wide receiver room because so many guys transferred out. How do you hold guys accountable and push there and fix that issue that's been throughout?
Yeah, we have to fix that issue. We do. You know, the guys that are here, you know, we got to try to get healthy, you know, with Tavion and Barryon not being 100%. That hurts with their conditioning. It hurts with the way they practice, you know, and not, you know, and they're battling and trying to get through the games. And then when we give some other guys opportunities, they have to step up. And you know, we've got to make plays. We have to help the quarterback more. And you know, right now we're not doing that on a consistent basis.
Mark, obviously it was a tough night with 11. It was the second straight game where it seemed like the punting sort of left you with the tough spots. You open that position up? Or?
Yeah, it's frustrated me as well. And so, you know, we have to look at all options, and you know, we'll see. Yeah.
Mark, coming off a 38-point loss, this is obviously a disappointing performance, and fans are going to be frustrated. What would you have to say to them as you enter the toughest part of your schedule?
Well, I mean, they have every opportunity to be frustrated in that. In our team, I just talked to many of the guys after, you know, in smaller groups, and in you know, and with the players, you know, with our players, they're going to be frustrated. At first, right now, we got to go home. You know, they got to just cool down, go back home, and come in tomorrow and watch the film, and we'll get together Monday as a unit. And you know, it starts with looking at your individual performance and what area you can do better. With the fans, I mean, you know, what do you want me to say? I mean, it's frustrating, and I understand that. And listen, you know, I've been here 11 years, and I've taken the good with the bad. You know, and you know, either way, I'm going to hold my head up high. I'm going to try to coach this team. I'm going to work my butt off to get them right. And just like I told the team, the next opportunity we have in this stadium after a bye week is a big game. And I also told the team when I show them the standings, when we take the field against that team in 2 weeks, there's going to be I don't know, 3, 4, 5 teams in our league with a better record. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough league, and we beat each other up, and right now we're a little bit battered, and we got a bye week, and we have to become a better football team, and we have to get some guys healthy.
Mark, early on in the first quarter, and when they looked like Larry and David both they had a rhythm going, and all of a sudden something happened, and that rhythm changed, and they lost. Did you say you want to?
there's a variety of things that you could point to that happened, whether it be penalties, whether it be protection, whether it be a drop, or whether, you name it. But we definitely have to help Devin, some more. There's enough blame to go around that we have to look at every area and put him in a better position to be successful. I thought we did that in the opening drives, and as you mentioned, we got to continue that through the game, and we have to respond better.
What about Trevor Wallace? What's his situation?
Yeah,
Do you think you missed him tonight?
Oh, we definitely missed him. Just his, his play, his leadership, all that. It's not good, and Trayvon and Keyshawn are I don't think they played a snap tonight. They were dressed. We were going to try to play them, but I don't think they played.
With Wallace, is it something you expect him back after the bye week?
I hope so. Yes.
All right, anyone else?
Go ahead.
Okay, going off with
Helping out with Evan, it looked like he did a lot of good things tonight, and
Yeah.
just, drops, whatever. What do you say to him to kind of build that confidence when he did do a lot of good things, just didn't get some results?
Well, I think that he understands that, and he starts with owning his mistakes, and then there's areas tonight. There was a confidence this week. I thought he was, really turned the corner, and we have to help him the whole organization has to help him, whether it's protection, play calls, or catching the ball, and we need to step up and work and develop, and that's what we got to do here this week. We got to get some guys healthy, but we have to get some of the other guys better to finish this season off.
Okay, folks, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Players coached over the dining hall.